The ICC Cricket World Cup qualifiers have pulled off an absolute thriller. It's been a roller coaster of a journey filled with plenty of emotions for some teams, some lost hopes for others. At the end of this ICC World Cup qualifying cycle, whatever happens, there is only one spot remaining. Sri Lanka have already qualified and they have booked their ticket for the 2023 ODI World Cup in October. Who will join them? Initially, we thought either of the West Indies or Zimbabwe, they could join them. But shockingly, West Indies did not carry any points into the Super 6 stage, and after they suffered 2 losses, they were eliminated. And Zimbabwe, who had come with the maximum number of points in the Super 6 stage, shockingly, they also got eliminated. What was the common thing in the elimination of West Indies and Zimbabwe? You guessed it, Scotland. Scotland's performances against West Indies and Zimbabwe ensured that they are now on the cusp of booking their ticket to India. But only one team stands in their way, and that is the Netherlands. July 6th is a virtual semi-final. Whoever wins that, they will go into the final and they'll qualify for India. But victory margin for Scotland and for the Netherlands is different. In this video, I will tell you what exactly do Scotland and the Netherlands need in order to qualify for the World Cup in India and become the 10th and final team. If you look at this World Cup qualifier, Scotland have endured a dream run. They have beaten 3 full member nations, Ireland, then Zimbabwe and West Indies. West Indies and Zimbabwe were eliminated by Scotland, and Zimbabwe, can you believe it? 3 matches that they had won, they had carried the maximum points into the Super 6 stage. But a loss to Sri Lanka dented their net run rate, and the loss to Scotland ensured they were eliminated. Now Scotland have a great chance to make it, because July 6th is a virtual semi-final. Scotland versus Netherlands in Bulawayo. Whoever wins that, they go through. But winner by a certain margin will only go through NRR, because if you look at the table, Sri Lanka have already qualified. Scotland are on 6 with a net run rate of 0.296 positive. Netherlands, on the other hand, they can get to 4. They are on 4. If they win, they get to 6, but their net run rate is minus 0.042. We all thought initially they will need a big margin of victory, but no, actually it's not the case. They need a much smaller margin to go in their way. So, Zimbabwe are already eliminated because their net run rate will stay at minus 0.099. Whatever happens, their net run rate will not improve. So, either of Scotland or the Netherlands will go through to the World Cup in India if this kind of situation happens. Scotland have 6 points, Netherlands have 4. If Netherlands win, they can get to 6. But if Scotland even lose by a small margin, they will still make it to the World Cup. Now you will all be asking me, what is that margin that needs to happen? So, assuming, remember, all the numbers will change depending upon the situation that is there. So, supposing if the Netherlands score 250, Scotland can lose by a margin of 31 runs or less. So, if Scotland lose by 31 runs, doesn't matter. They will still make it to the ICC World Cup 2023. If Scotland lose by 32 runs or more, then Netherlands will make it. That is the reason why this match is very important, not just for Netherlands but also for Scotland. One slip up and they are done. 31, that is the magic number for Scotland. If they manage to lose by 31 runs or less, they make it. If they lose by 32 runs or more, they are out. Now, chasing. What is the equation? Supposing if Scotland make 250, then Netherlands must chase the target down in 44.1 overs or less. Only if they do that, they will make the trip to the World Cup. Now there is a precedence in that. If you remember the 2014 World T20 qualifiers that was held between Netherlands and Ireland at Sylhet, you will know that they needed a specific target, 190 in 14.1 overs against the Irish. You saw how the Netherlands pulled off a ferocious onslaught, and they chased the target down with 2 balls to spare. They chased down 190 in 13.5 overs to make it to the main draw, where they once again defeated England. So history is with the Netherlands. They can still make it. But if they chase whatever is the target, and remember, equation will change for the number of runs scored below or above 250. So if it's 250, it's 44.1. Maybe if it is 270, it can be lesser or more. It depends upon the net run rate, what is there. Netherlands have had a precedence, but if they are eliminated by the barest of margins, they will have only themselves to blame, because Netherlands were on course to beat Sri Lanka, but they botched their run chase, and that is why they are on 4 points. Had they beaten Sri Lanka in their first Super 6 encounter, Netherlands versus Scotland would not have been that much complicated. Whoever wins are through. Now 6 points with only one spot up for grabs. Scotland, if they win, simple, they are through. If Scotland lose by a margin of 31 runs or less, they are through. If they lose by more than 32, out. If Netherlands chase the target down in 44.1 overs or less, they will be in contention. They will go through for the World Cup in India. So, Netherlands on that day will be looking to chase and see what is the target. But remember, chasing in Bulawayo has been very, very mixed. Zimbabwe couldn't chase down a target of 235. Scotland, on the other hand, could against the West Indies. So, it all depends on July 6th. We will come to know on July 6th who is the 10th and final team. Is it Scotland? Is it the Netherlands? That we shall see tomorrow. If they win that, they will play. Sri Lanka will face the winner of this game, and it's an irrelevant final because then we will know who the teams are. So, lots at stake for the associate nations. To reach even this particular point is a big, big achievement, because the ICC have made it a very elitist World Cup of 10. West Indies have been eliminated, and that is why the likes of Scotland and Netherlands still have a chance. Zimbabwe could have been the 10th team, but unfortunately they collapsed in spectacular style against Sri Lanka and suffered heartbreak against Scotland. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on Sports Today. We'll bring you all the latest updates from the World Cup qualifier tomorrow. So stay tuned for that and tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. Thank you.